Alright, welcome to this new video in the course. In this one, we are going to be talking about how to kind of build a niche authority personal brand on Instagram and Facebook to sign clients more easily. So basically, a niche personal brand is a personal brand that doesn't have to be super small, but is kind of known in its own space. So for example, if you want to be known as the person helping, I don't know, hairdressers to get more clients with video and social media content, whatever, that probably wouldn't be an incredible niche, but just as an example, then you want to start creating content around this topic and kind of offering solutions for this small group of people, and then you will eventually become known between or amongst those people, and that's kind of what we are trying to achieve. So the goal with a niche personal brand is not to have hundreds of thousands of followers and subscribers. It's more so to have an audience that is really valuable for you and that you can sell your products and services to. Okay, so the goal, again, is to showcase your expertise online and provide value to your target audience, and ultimately build trust. So when it comes to getting people on a sales call, it's not really about you convincing them to work with you. Instead, it's about just you selecting who you want to work with. And that is the ultimate goal at the end of the day for everyone who's in business. Now, the two main types of content that you should create for Facebook and Instagram are stories and image posts or short videos. Now, these are the main kind of content that sell really well, okay? The first one is value posts, and that is basically you teaching something to your niche, either about your service or how they can get the results themselves, or even just teach them about, fun facts or any sort of solutions really to make their businesses better. The second kind of posts are social proof posts. So that is basically you showing either your own results on social media or your clients' results, or sharing testimonials, so what people said about you and your service. And these, again, just really help build up that trust and help kind of showcase you as an expert in your area of work. The next ones are discount stories. So this is basically when you put up a story with the messaging of how people can join right now for a limited amount of time for an X amount of discount for the service. And there is the kind of the opposite of that, which is price increase stories. So that is when after a certain amount of time you are going to be increasing your prices. So that is also kind of scarcity for people to join your program as soon as possible. Now, the next one is promotional stories, and that is kind of just like you explaining the benefits of your service and what kind of problem it solves. And you can also do promotional posts. So these are the main kind of content that you want to create. And I would say you want to focus like 70% on providing value and like 30% on promoting your stuff, doing like price increase stories, and that sort of thing. And also you should be doing a good amount of social proof posts. Now, in general, you want to provide real value in your videos, and you want to more so sell with Facebook and Instagram stories. So provide as much value as you can with your long form posts, whether that be photo or video, and sell with the Instagram stories. And you can also do like behind the scenes stuff with your stories, or just sharing your thoughts on a certain thing. The goal with the stories is to nurture your audience and also to get you leads. And the goal with the value posts and the long form video content and all that is, again, just to give value and build trust and help your audience as much as possible. Now, in the stories, you want to have call to actions for people to book in a meeting with you. So that is the end objective, always to get as many sales calls as possible and to get on an actual call with the person, because nobody's really buying like multiple $1,000 offers without them actually talking to you. So you really want to get as many people on a sales call as possible, where you can explain your offer and benefits of it and actually sign them up as a client, right? And you can also add call to actions to the end of your value posts or videos. So yeah, and then you can reach out to those people in person. Now, people who interact with your stories and posts are probably at least a bit interested in what you have to offer. So you always want to, if they don't reach out to you, you always want to reach out to them and just start a natural conversation at first and slowly shift it towards how you could maybe help them, what are the things they are struggling with in their business. And if it turns out that you could help them, then you want to actually make them an offer, and they will either say yes or no, right? So that's kind of how it works. You want to do as many sales calls as possible, and you want to put out a lot of content so people get to know about you, people see you, and that's the name of the game. Now, you need to understand that building a personal brand online takes time. It's a long-term play, but trust me, it is worth it, because you will go on sales calls with so much more authority and trust and respect from your potential clients, because they already see you as like the go-to person in their field, that it's going to be probably like 5 times easier to sign clients. Trust me, I know this because I have reached out to people and tried to get clients when I didn't have any sort of social media presence online, and I would probably get like 1 out of 5 people to sign up for my service. And after I built up a pretty significant following online and just put up a bunch of value for free, now I can close around like 3 out of 5 people. So huge difference. Now, staying consistent is also super important when it comes to building your personal brand and getting clients organically. So you want to pick an upload schedule that works for you and stick with it for months. Now, I really want you to understand this, because this is super, super important. On average for Greg and I misspelled this here. On average for Greg and I, it takes around at least 3 months of someone watching our Instagram stories, watching our videos, reading our posts. It takes at least 3 months on average for someone to go from just knowing about us to actually signing up with us. And that is why it's so important that you don't just post a couple posts one time or a couple videos and then never post anything again. Because if people see you day in, day out, they get more and more familiar with you and your face and what you have to offer. And they are going to be a lot more likely and they're going to feel a lot more comfortable with investing into your service. So that's why it's super important to stay consistent and also to stick with it for a long time. Because if you start your personal brand now, it will probably take a couple weeks at least, or maybe even a couple months to start building up like a significant following. And then it will take like a couple months after that until they have watched you enough and trust you enough to actually buy from you. So if you start your personal brand now, I would say you can probably expect to get like a good amount of revenue from it 5 to 6 months from now. So start it as soon as you can. The next thing I wanted to go over is kind of like a beginner content schedule and an accelerator content schedule. So for a beginner one, you want to do Instagram and Facebook stories at least every other day. And in those stories, you should be sharing, behind the scenes videos and pictures of you working on the projects, or even your projects or whatever you're working on. You can share client projects, you can share, client results, personal results, even personal life stuff like going to the gym, hanging out with friends, that sort of stuff. Obviously, don't post yourself getting smashed on a weekend and drinking a shit ton of booze, but anything like normal you should post. And then you can also post polls, just educational content about whatever it is that you actually offer as a service. So yeah, there are a ton of things you can post about on the stories. And you also want to do 2 posts per week on both your Facebook profile and Instagram profile. And if you want to do LinkedIn because your niche is really active on that, then you can just post the same videos and photos there as well. So it's like you create a caption, you create a piece of content for it, whether that be video or photo, and you can share it across all of your different social media platforms. So that's why it's pretty valuable, because then you have 3 times as many people who can see it. Now the accelerator content schedule is to do daily Instagram and Facebook stories, and you also want to be doing like every other day a call to action story, whether you are sending people to straight up book in a call with you, or if you have a Facebook group and you message people who join the Facebook group, then you can either do that or you can send people to your website. Every other day you want to have a story where you tell people like, okay, click on this link or swipe up. And then you also want to do on the accelerator schedule 3 posts per week. And I recommend doing 2 pictures and 1 video. And you also want to do 2 value videos per week. And that can be for YouTube or even Instagram and Facebook. I think you should just share it on all your different platforms. Now, you might be wondering like, okay, I have a couple ideas about what I could talk about for my niche, but how do I find new, video ideas? Well, a great website for that is answerthepublic.com. So for example, if you do marketing, you can just search up marketing here, and you will see what are a ton of different things that people search about related to marketing. And then you can make videos or photos or posts around all these different topics. And you can literally type in any keyword and you will find what people search for. So that is really, really cool in my opinion. So if we go, for example, type in online fitness coaching, then you can find out what people search in that topic as well. So let's see if it loads up. Okay, it doesn't really wanna. Okay, so you can see even around this topic, like it found me a ton of new ones. So pretty useful tool, and you can use this to generate about infinite amounts of content ideas. You can also just search up whatever you want to make the content about on YouTube, and then basically find the biggest players in that space and sort their channel by most viewed. And you want to make videos on those topics as well, because those are clearly really popular topics. And and to create a content schedule for yourself and organize everything, I recommend using either Asana or Notion. These are 2 amazing free softwares that you can start using. I also left in this document a folder where you can find examples of the type of content that I talked about in this video. So check that out and make your own versions of all of those, or at least just get like inspired by it and see how you could put your own spin on it in your own niche with your own offer. So hope you found this video valuable, and I will see you in the next one.